Mirrors don't reverse you. You do. You have been lied to your entire life about mirrors. Every single morning you look into one and your brain feeds you a story, and that story is completely wrong. Here's what I mean. You walk into the bathroom. You pick up your toothbrush with your right hand, but the person in the mirror picks it up with their left. You wink your right eye, they wink their left, and your brain says, obviously, mirrors reverse left and right. But here's the thing, that's not what's happening, not even close. And the real answer? It's going to make you question everything you think you understand about space, reality, and even your own body. Stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you will never look at a mirror the same way again. Okay, so let's start with the obvious question. Mirrors reverse left and right, everyone knows this. But here's what nobody asks. Why doesn't the mirror reverse up and down? Think about it. You're standing there, head up, feet down. The person in the mirror, head up, feet down. Vertical direction, perfectly preserved. But horizontal, swapped. Left becomes right, right becomes left. How does the mirror know the difference? How does a flat sheet of glass with silver on the back know to flip one direction but not the other? It doesn't have a brain, it doesn't have preferences. It's just glass. Now here's where it gets darker. Lie down on the floor in front of a mirror. Head to the left, feet to the right. Does the mirror suddenly get confused and flip up and down instead? No. It still reverses you relative to your own body. So the mirror isn't flipping left and right. It isn't flipping up and down. It's doing something else entirely. And the answer is so simple, it's going to make you feel stupid for never seeing it. The mirror doesn't reverse anything. You do. Let me prove it. Do this with me right now. Imagine you're holding a book up to a mirror, a book with text on the cover. You look at the reflection and the letters are all backwards, and your brain screams, see? Left and right are swapped. But are they really? Let's look closely. The top of the letter A is still at the top. The bottom of the page is still at the bottom. Now here's the key part. The physical left side of the book you're holding, it shows up on the left side of the mirror. The physical right side of the book, it shows up on the right side of the mirror. There is zero crossover. The light goes straight from your finger to the glass and bounces straight back. It doesn't loop. It doesn't crisscross. It doesn't do anything tricky. So if left is on the left, right is on the right, up is on the up, and down is on the down. Where did the reversal come from? It comes from depth, front to back. That is the only thing the mirror actually changes. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a flexible rubber mask of your own face. You hold it up facing the mirror. The nose is closest to the glass. The light hits the nose first and bounces back fast. But the ears, they're further back. The light has to travel further. What the mirror does is take that mask and squash it flat. But it reverses the depth. The nose that was pointing toward you is now pointing away from you inside the mirror. The mirror doesn't flip left and right. It flips front and back. And that single realization changes everything. Here's a trick that makes it click instantly. Think about a right-handed glove. You know what it looks like. Thumb on one specific side. Now imagine taking that glove and turning it inside out, pulling the fingers through the wrist. What do you have now? A left-handed glove. You didn't rotate it. You didn't flip it left to right. You reversed the inside and the outside. You reversed the depth. And suddenly it changed hands. That is exactly what a mirror does. It turns space inside out along the direction you're looking. It inverts the depth axis. And that inversion changes the handedness of everything in the reflection. So why does your brain insist on calling it a left-right swap? This is where psychology crashes into physics, and this is the part that's going to mess with your head. Human beings are bilaterally symmetrical. We look the same on the left and the right. One ear here, one ear there. But we are not the same front to back. Nose in front, back of the head in the back. So when you look into that mirror and you see a human-shaped figure, your brain does something automatic. It asks, how would I have to move my body to look like that person? And the answer your brain gives is, I would have to turn around. Now here's the critical part. How do you turn around? Do you do a backflip? Do you cartwheel? No, you rotate horizontally. You spin 180 degrees around your vertical axis. And when you mentally do that rotation, your right hand swings to the other side. Your left hand swings to the right. So you look at the mirror and you say, that guy's holding the brush in his left hand, but the mirror didn't do that rotation. Your brain did. The mirror is innocent. You are the one reversing yourself. Drop a comment right now if this just made your brain short-circuit, because trust me, it gets deeper. Let me prove beyond any doubt that this is your brain doing the work, not the mirror. Imagine humans were different. Imagine we didn't walk on 2 feet. Imagine we were like rolling logs, like rotisserie chickens. We never turn left or right. We only rotate by rolling on the ground. If you were a rolling log person, and you looked in a mirror, your brain wouldn't imagine walking around the back of the mirror and turning around. It would imagine rolling over. And if you rolled over to face the mirror, your head would end up where your feet are. So if that were our biology, we would look in the mirror and scream. Mirrors reverse up and down. We would complain that the ceiling is on the floor. We wouldn't care about left and right at all. Think about what just happened. The same mirror, the same physics, the same light bouncing off glass, but a completely different perceived reversal. We interpret reflections based on how our bodies move. Since we turn by rotating horizontally, we blame the mirror for swapping left and right. The mirror is just a mirror. We are the ones projecting our movement onto it and then blaming it for the result. Now here's where this gets genuinely deep, because this isn't just a fun brain teaser. This question led to one of the most shocking discoveries in the history of physics. Can the laws of nature actually tell the difference between left and right? Imagine we make radio contact with an alien on Mars. We've never seen him. He's never seen us. We want to explain what we look like. We tell him our size. We tell him which way is up. Easy enough. Then we say, put your heart on the left side of your chest, and the Martian says, which way is left? How do you answer that? You can't say it's the side where your thumb points when your hand is in a certain position. You haven't defined left yet. You can't use the sun because his planet might rotate the other way. For a long time, scientists believed there was no way to answer this question. They believed the universe was perfectly symmetrical, that nature didn't care about left or right, that a mirror image of any experiment would look just as real as the original. And then everything changed. There is a force called the weak force. It causes radioactive decay. It's what makes the sun burn. And a physicist named Madame Wu did an experiment that shattered everything we thought we knew. She took cobalt-60 atoms, cooled them to almost absolute zero, lined them up in a magnetic field. When these atoms decayed, they shot out electrons. If the universe was symmetrical, the electrons should go up and down equally. 50-50. They didn't. The electrons preferred one specific direction relative to the spin of the atom. This was a bombshell. It meant the mirror image of this experiment would look impossible in our universe. Nature actually distinguishes left from right, which means we can finally answer the Martian. We say, build a cooling device, put in cobalt, watch where the electrons go. That direction defines up. The spin of the atoms defines left and right from there, and he would know exactly which side is left, without ever seeing us. But here's where it gets genuinely terrifying. When you look in that mirror, you're seeing a world that is geometrically inverted. A world where your right hand becomes a left hand. A world that is mathematically consistent but physically distinct from our own. And if you could somehow step into that mirror world, you might die. Here's why. The molecules of life, the proteins and amino acids that make up your body, they twist in a specific direction. They are left-handed spirals, every single one. The mirror world would have right-handed versions of everything. Right-handed food, right-handed molecules, and your left-handed body wouldn't be able to digest them. Your enzymes wouldn't recognize them. Your biology would break down. The mirror doesn't just show you a reversed image. It shows you a universe where life as you know it cannot function. That bathroom mirror is showing you a world that would kill you. So here's what I want you to carry with you. Tomorrow morning you walk into that bathroom. You look at that mirror. Don't just see a reflection. See the light bouncing straight back. See the depth collapsing and reversing. See the nose squashing against the glass. And remind yourself the world isn't flipping. You are just trying to turn yourself around to fit into it. The universe is a strange and wonderful place. And the most ordinary things, a glass of water, a grain of salt, a bathroom mirror. If you look deep enough, you find the structure of space itself hiding inside them. The mirror didn't lie to you. Your brain did. And now you know the difference. If this twisted your brain in the best way possible, smash that subscribe button. Because here at the Curiosity Beast, we take the things you see every single day and expose the reality your brain has been hiding from you. Drop a comment telling me if you looked at a mirror differently while watching this. And if your brain is still trying to catch up, don't worry. That just means it's working. I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, Beast.